Hello, welcome, what's good everyone? Tone here, and welcome back for some more Slice and Dice. Coming off the heels of our recent loot mode run, we're checking out another of the alternate game modes, that is alternate outside of the classic that we've been playing so much of over here. And we're going to play Generate mode this time. The description here is all heroes are randomly generated. So this is definitely feels like a pretty interesting mode. I think it's pretty popular for a lot of players, at least as long as the novelty is there, which I don't think really wears off for a lot of players. I think some people like only play this mode, they like it so much. And it's pretty cool. It feels like this sort of thing where a developer just asks what if and then tries something, and a lot of the times that doesn't make it into the game. But for Slice and Dice, they put it in there and said, I think someone will enjoy this and I'll allow them to play it, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I think there's a certain innate appeal to the generated hero, and I think we should just start a game so we can actually see these heroes before we talk about them more, in case people are not familiar of what these are. Now, on average, I think this mode is harder than the basic mode, so I don't think I want to play on unfair, and also I just want to see more of the heroes. Let's go ahead and just check it out on hard here. But yeah, let's take a look at the heroes now. These are generated heroes. They are randomly generated within their class based on some set of rules and like balancing to create these heroes. So we'll take a closer look at these soon, but just to talk about this a bit, I think this type of hero just has like an innate appeal to a lot of players, and like just certain types of players. And I mean, it's the whole thing of you never know what you're going to get. There's always novelty there. And it's just a lot of fun in that way, because like I've seen like immense enthusiasm from a lot of players over these generated heroes, which is really cool to see, and a reason why I'm glad that this mode is in the game. Now, I mean, the downside is that they're not really balanced in the way that a handcrafted hero, like the ones we're used to, would be. But that's also part of the appeal in a lot of ways. So as long as you know what you're getting into, I think this is going to be a good fun here. But yes, I think also on average, the average like hero here is going to be worse than its like standard counterpart, the handcrafted like real versions that we know and love from our normal classic playthroughs. And that's just due to a lot of factors, like those are more carefully balanced, obviously, and the game is kind of balanced around them, and there are like item synergies and stuff all kind of take them into effect. And these are more or less just random. So let's take a look at what we've got here and see how these go. So our orange here, 01-885, is a this is pretty cool. They got two copycat sides, so they can only do 1 damage, which is a pretty big downside, but they are consistent and they have 2 copycat sides, so we can leverage the copycat sides. This could be a pretty solid hero. By the way, I've never played Generate mode before, so I don't know how to gauge these on average, but I'll just speak about what I'm seeing here. This guy is interesting. They've got a reroll, 6 health, which is good, and 2 steel sides, kind of like that. Steel feels a little worse when they have like a lot of health for a tier 1, because you probably don't need to block them as much. But steel is a pretty strong side usually. It can be for sure. Our gray here, I like the looks of this guy. We have a repel side and mana side, so these are like, these effectively give us more damage, which is what I like on tier 1 grays for sure. And then we have a engage shield side, so sometimes you can block for 2, but these are all low pip sides, but they all have another effect there. This guy has 3 health, interesting, but no blanks. This heal shield 1 mana gain, which is good. Regen, which is pretty good. And then a bunch of heal 1 rescues. They have bandage as their spell. Heal and shield 1 cleave. Cost 2. Interesting. Heal 1 rescues. So sometimes these heal for 2, basically, and sometimes these could like heal for a lot in certain scenarios and certain enemies. And then we have our blue here. It's basically like a mage with the slice spell and 1 single use side, it feels like. This actually looks a lot like the adept from the original, or from 1.0, who had the slice spell, which is kind of interesting. 4 health here. So these are our heroes, and since we are playing hard, we have to pick a curse. But you know what? We could have had a little bit more fun and done complex hard, but because it's too late for me to do that, so we'll just play through this. And before we do get any further, I'll give my usual reminder that if you'd like to support this channel and my other work, you can do so over at patreon.com/tonehack. So please check that out if you would like. And let's see what kind of curse we're going to run, or have for this run. We can have Sandstorm at the end of every second turn, 2 damage to all allies. That's a case where this rescue might be decent. Let's see. Heavy weapons. All heroes add heavy to all damage sides. Slippery dice cannot lock more than 1 dice at a time. Or turn 1 armor. I think I'm gonna go for the turn 1 armor here. And let's see how this plays. I'm excited to see how our heroes perform here and what our promotions are. A lot of X's, buds. What kind of stuff do we have to copycat here? I guess this is just... range doesn't do anything in this fight, so this is just like pure upside. Regen is decent. I guess we want to roll for the left side there. I'll just go ahead and take that. Cool, so we got a mana gain side to play our copycat off of. I don't think I'm hurting anyone here. This is worthless. Oops, actually... I don't think there's any way for us to play this twice with mana gain, unfortunately. So do I want to mana gain the shield again? Probably, so I can save you. Do this, and we're going to want to burst because we had mana to spare. Or excess mana, I should say. Two mana looks good. This rescue side, not a fan this round. I'll reroll all these. Looking for some kind of damage equivalent over here. I feel like Copycat's pretty good here. I'm gonna reroll this. I think we might as well just take that steel side. I should have, and I was gonna say this even before I saw the result here, I started saying this. I should have seen whether I could kill with this 1 damage and just end the fight now. But here we are. I think we have it already anyways, so it didn't matter either way. Alright, we got our first tier 2 hero. This guy just blocks for a lot. He pairs really well with our steel. Yellow, or our red here, a boost side, a heal 4 vitality, which is pretty big, a bunch of single mana sides, and wing spell. I like this dude. Just because we have the steel side, and it's easy. If we have an X, we don't we reroll. If we hit this, we reroll. We don't even have to think about it. A lot of the time we end up with a, I think there's like a 12% chance we whiff here, so on 3 rolls, so a lot of times we just end up with a 5 shield, which can be big blocking or maybe big damage on our steel sides. Why not? Also a good candidate for side replacers. Just having big pips can be pretty strong in some cases. We get to add keywords to this, or even with like an echo effect, which those usually don't come up until later in the game. Let's see. Thorn and archers. Man, how much am I going to regret taking a turn 1 armor? I didn't put too much thought into that. This is a perfect combo for killing this thorn right away. Whoops. We'll just take that. I'll reroll you. Nice, that is your best side. You only need to do 4 damage. We do something like this. Copycat the steel side. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Can't ask for a better turn than that. Alright, we get an item upgrade this time. No HP penalty when defeated, or get regen over there. This could be decent on generated heroes where we could end up with a lot of people with blanks over there. I used to like this in 1.0 a lot. I feel like I hardly use 1 regen sides in 2.0 slice and dice. It's just not as good when I'm usually playing for shorter fights. Now, if we're not playing it on unfair, then we can probably play for longer fights when this is our only penalty, but I think I'm just going to take a random tier 1 here. Wolf ears, that's pretty good. We get a good immediate effect. I'm probably supposed to put it on you, because you have the least health. You're one of the less important heroes, I think, though, so it's an argument to put it on someone like this who does, like, damage. I'll just throw it on you for now. Actually, with the crone here, who's going to do 2 damage to our orange at some point, was probably a good reason to maybe put those on them. But look, they're taking 8 damage right now, so having 6 health is pretty good. Although, they would not be... This rat would have not chosen to hit this if they only had 3 health, because crone would already be killing them, which is an interesting thing to note. We got our big steel combo here, so I think we might just end up killing the crone this turn. I don't think there's any reason to get copycat here. What is this going to do? 6 damage to you. I need to do 8 damage to kill. We might be able to copycat like a mana gain side or something. I don't see rescue coming into play here. Especially with armor here, like, even if I kill something and then rescue will basically give me 1 more damage into their armor somewhere. So let's just look for, like, mana gain, probably. Nope, we're just gonna keep rolling that. I don't think steel even does anything for you. Actually, I guess we could have done something like this. I would have had to play the steel beforehand, before taking this damage. I was like, maybe I'll block the damage and get 2 free damage there for using steel on that, by giving him shields to block that, but the order doesn't work quite like that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. We can actually just heal you there. I don't have enough mana for slice, otherwise I think I would have just hit him with this and done a slice. But they have armor, so again, slice, not that useful. This does nothing. I'm just gonna keep taking this combo here, and with this to take steel as well. I can get enough armor to burst them, then we can win here. Not bad so far. Alright, we have the Troll as our first boss, and we get to see our next Tier 2 generated hero. What is this? 1 damage to all enemies, 1 damage range, 1 damage error. This guy sucks? Question mark? I guess having a reliable AoE is pretty good. I'd ideally want a way to boost that. And I'd want ways to do more than 1 damage outside of that scenario. Taking this into Troll seems terrible. This guy, on the other hand... These guys both look pretty bad to me. At least in our current situation. I can see some scenarios where this guy is pretty good. If I take this guy, we generate like no mana in our party. Air is an interesting side to copycat. No matter when we copycat it, it gives us an arrow bonus equal to like however many turns this guy's been alive. So if on turn 3 we do that, then this will be doing 3 damage, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's a pretty niche thing because that's just one of his sides. These damage to all can be very good in a lot of fights. But I'd want like another synergy, some way to boost that or something else, and I don't want to take that into Troll. So I think I'm by default taking this. This guy looks terrible though. Maybe we'll find some good sides to replicate, and I guess we're just not going to use mana. Watch this run so far. I think against the Troll, giving the wolf ears to our lowest health hero that's in the middle, so they're very likely to get hit by them, is going to be smart. So we're going to keep that there and see how we do against the Troll here. Got our go-to combo going on here. Regen is pretty decent here when we're getting poison turn 1. Although, I think I want to roll for damage, which is the left side. Nah, that's not that likely at this point. And the other sides do nothing, so we may as well take that. Okay. This guy did what I feared and just rolled a lot of X's. Just regen them because they're at the lowest health. That's just going to cancel out the poison. This would heal for 2 this turn, which is decent. Actually get a rescue on that. I'll take your steel side again. I'll re-roll this though, because either of the other sides they can get are better, in my opinion. In worst case scenario, like I always get this, I can't miss, so. Okay, that was 3 X's in a row from you, and you got... Wow. Both of them rolled 3 X's. That's really unlikely. And you got these... Wow, okay. Well, I guess we're just doing this. It's not looking like a good troll fight for us so far. This is almost good, but it's just shy of being able to do anything. I need you to roll a big steel side. I feel like I do. Maybe that's too risky at this point, but I feel like we're just gonna lose here. Yikes. I think the only way I win is from these guys just getting big combos off. I have to do it like this. Bandage is pretty good here. Maybe I should leverage that, actually. Troll's just really beating up our same 3 heroes too, which is a little unfortunate, huh? I don't even have good signs of copy. There's a problem here. I think I really need that guy to reroll. This is bad. I know I took some inconsistent heroes, but man, am I low rolling hard here. And I don't think getting 1 damage per turn out of the other yellow would have helped this at all, which is unfortunate. I feel like I have to take this, or do I have to high roll right now? This at least saves the gray. I guess we take that. Yikes. Oh, it does not save them, actually. What am I talking about? Yes, this is gonna be GG. I don't see any world where we do any amount of necessary damage to kill this troll now without this guy's steel sides and a good block. I can't even generate mana to burst. What did that say? No valid targets. I don't know. I think there's no point in continuing here. Like, we've lost. Yeah, I don't really see a scenario here, so I'm going to flee. Yep, that was a rough one. I am looking at jumping right into a fresh one though. I think I'll run hard again. We lose that last one even on normal. That guy having 2 shields to start doesn't get us anywhere near closer to beating them. Let's see. Let's take a look at our heroes now. These sides are terrible. One damage, kill enemy with 1 or less HP ranged. 2 mana and 1 damage cantrip makes this guy better than our last one, though. I think. Although those are like really your only 2 useful sides. 1 damage duplicate. Wow. I'm seeing so many 1 damage or 1 pip sides, and one of the big things in Slice and Dice early for me is like being able to do 2 damage. You can hardly get anywhere doing just 1 damage with like all of your heroes. Case in point, see the troll fight we just had. This guy looks pretty cool though. They have a steel shield, cleave. This guy's decent, and a big exert side. Alright, I like you. This red sucks in like every way imaginable. 2 mana sides is a decent enough for a red, and there's like no missing here. Like, well, there's no X's. You have a reroll cantrip and a charge side. The awkward charged on blue. How do you get mana if you have to generate it yourself? The world may never know. And one of these is single use, and they have an expensive spell. This team not looking great, but let's see what we got here. I feel like 3rd turn goblins is supposed to be easy, but I'm actually really concerned about it with our crew here. Like, if we can't do enough damage against the boss on floor 4, then I honestly think we get overwhelmed by goblins pretty easily. Or even when we get up to like Lich and stuff. Hero Decay ain't bad. I'm just gonna do this because I want to. Actually, we can reroll. I kind of like our orange and our gray here, I think. So I'm just gonna stick with this though. But yeah, reroll is a little more powerful in this mode, isn't it? Because you get a whole new set of heroes as well. 1 spell cast per turn. It's fine for us now because we're not going to be casting. I literally can't cast more than 1 spell a turn. Okay, if you roll mana, we can some turns. Well, let's try the goblins. Why not? I actually don't like it that much here, but I'm curious to just try it. Just have some fun here. Well, this is bad. Your left side just kills the gnoll and we win, which is cool. This does nothing to the gnoll, unfortunately. Be 2 damage this turn. I guess we like that. Except that we really want to kill the gnoll. I think literally the only way we do that is if you roll the left side, you're like literally can't be protected. I guess with 2 burst. Do we try to kill the goblin? This guy's gonna be exerted next turn. It doesn't save you really. I got 2. This is a big yikes. I'm just gonna roll. Man, I'm gonna start respecting all the heroes that from the normal hero pool that I think are bad after playing some generate mode. These heroes are rough. There we go. All right, let's see what our tier 2 is. Maybe we can get out of this nonsense. What is this? A ton of vulnerable sides and a 2 damage cruel. 8 health. I think the vulnerable is pretty good with our slate of tier 1s, honestly. Well, if they play vulnerable, this duplicate becomes very good. I guess it doesn't really help anything else that much. Unless we can get a burst or when you play this. The cruel side's pretty good, but you're a tier 2. You can get like a vine spell, those vulnerables become very good. If we get like a boost or something, they become good. This looks atrocious though. I think I'm going with this. I'm playing a bit fast and loose here, but I kind of just want to see more heroes and stuff. Rather than... I don't know, I have a hard time taking this game mode like too like seriously in the way that I would play like try to like maximizing win rate or something. Like I just play this like a little more casually, I guess. So this and 3 of these will kill the wolf. Which saves you. What do we want our other side to be? Actually... And then you can attack the rat? I'll hit the wolf here. I wonder if Gaze was a good play there. If we hit duplicate again, we win with this, which kind of makes it decent, but also getting a burst is going to be very good as well. I think we just take that because I'm probably going to win this turn somehow. I feel it in my bones. There were a lot of ways to do that. I definitely didn't do it the most efficient way, but I didn't have to. I think I normally take random here, but I'm curious about the speculative ballet shoes. They don't do anything for us now, but it feels like if we end up with some bad generates later, this has some strong synergies with certain items we can get later. It feels like a good speculative pick in this mode. Regenning yourself is pretty decent, but I think this side also means you can probably kill the crone this turn. In fact, this seals that. I guess we reroll you for mana. Can I kill you without touching this? I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is just enough. Then exert the boar and hopefully kill them next turn. Doing 3 damage with is actually a little hard for this team, I feel like. We got there though. Oh wait, I did that wrong. There we go, because of their determination pip there. All right, we got the troll again. What do we have here? 4 mana. This is a really good side. They have burn, a great AoE side, but then a bunch of terrible sides. Or are yellow, and they replace this abomination. I like that upgrade gives us, in theory, like much more DPS. This guy has 9 hit points stun. Pretty good. 3 damage exert sides are bad, 1 damage side is bad, blood loss is okay. I think we're just gonna roll the dice on this guy. Four damage. Exert. Cleave is really good in this fight because all of his attacks are AoEs. And this, I don't think he survives to use this again on turn 3, which is the situation where I would keep this. Because he gets hit by every one of the troll's attacks. Being in the middle, the cleaves always hit him as well. So I don't think he's going to survive till then, so I think I'm going to reroll that. These two are a pretty potent combo. I can get this up to 3 mana gen immediately, which means next turn this guy can generate, has a really good chance of hitting some high mana. But vulnerable is also pretty good, and if I'm using this on this, then I'm not getting as much vulnerable here. I'm going to test something real quick. This is 2 damage, it gives them 2 total vulnerable, which is how I thought that worked, but it doesn't give us 3 vulnerable. Oh, I think we always take vulnerable there. The poison's pretty good. I feel like this guy's purpose is just to give us vulnerable. I think we grab this too. I think that makes this fight more consistent overall. Regen's probably decent in this fight, but let's take the mana. And we're gonna reroll you for, I guess, Cleave Shield? Yeah. Double Cleave Shield is even intriguing, but do that. Vulnerable. I guess burst you twice while you're vulnerable here. Feels like a pretty good troll turn with this party. 4 mana. We take those. I think we're happy with any other side than that. We can always at least block them for one to save them, or I can get 4 damage and let them die, which I might take. I'm just gonna look for mana on you. What does this look like? Yeah. Not bad. A lot better than the last one. Our last attempt at that troll. What do we got here? What is in the box? Flickering Blade. We get a copycat side on the rightmost base. Or Remedy, heal 1 cleanse, single cast. The Flickering Blade is decent. We have growth, self-heal. Oh, let's single use self-heal. This guy can give it vulnerable and cruel. It can get cleave, it can inherit steel, which is a good combo when your steel side's higher than this. It's an okay Flickering Blade. Remedy is also okay. I really like this just for like clearing like pain on some of the later floors that are full of wisp. Or in any other situation where pain can be pretty nasty. Let's roll with the Flickering Blade. I think it goes up here. Either that or here. I like it here because your sides aren't that great, my dude. Got a Slammer and a Sedul. Probably looking for Exert here. I can't block both of the people taking damage with the Cleave, so it's not very good. One thing you could do is give Cleave to Copycat. Reroll all of these then. We have the vulnerable duplicate combo. Pretty decent. I was just gonna test it out, but I'll take that. I guess I was supposed to reroll you, because this was always gonna be better, so I played that turn a little poorly, but I'm okay with the outcome. Feels like it might be a win already. Burn. There we go. 4 goblins. In 1.0, this was such a scary floor. New hero. These reuse sides are really popular and generate for us so far. Dude, can I get a tier 2 that can do more than 2 damage? What's going on here? One shield repel. I wonder if I just take this guy. They can't miss. We can roll for 2 damage and hit all enemies. They have a reuse thingy. This guy looks terrible. I guess these turn into like a DPS side for someone else, which is kind of good for a gray. Now let's grab this. I think grays, I find, are the class that needs to do the least, like in my playstyle. So them not being like amazing is kind of okay for me with how I normally play. I think generate even changes how I normally play, because how I normally play factors in what is available, like what we actually play with. But just roll with that. I'm hoping we can get a better tier 2 yellow, but I'm not aware that one like actually exists, so guess we'll find out. Okay. Tempted to do this again, but I don't know if that helps us. I guess the red survives if we do that. We have 3rd turn goblins too. That's gonna surprise the heck out of me when it actually comes into play. I think this kind of made doing that double worth it. And actually, we'll probably end up doing that again, even though I was eyeing this for that. Maybe I still do it on this, because playing this and vulnering both of these goblins, actually, that's a win already, isn't it? Means burst kills them, last one flees. No reason to consider rerolling more. Level 7 Cyclops, a lot better than level 5 Cyclops. Lich's Tome. I feel like we can have some fun with that in a generate run. I don't think we could put it on anyone now. So this gives you +1 to all sides, but after you use the dice, it summons a bones. Does that pair well duplicate? Not this one, probably not. I assume only this first face summons a bones because we're using this dice. Then everyone else gets a 2 damage attack. Dude, we're having some fun here. Let's grab Lich's Tome. Let's see if we can... I can't use it now. It's going to be terrible right now. But I'm looking for a good opportunity to use it. There are some scenarios where this becomes very good. We're looking for like Rampage, some cantrip sides, stuff like that. So we're taking all the speculative picks here. Let's see if we survive long enough to actually make use of any of them. I think this will help us hit the Cyclops stun pip. You getting weakened doesn't matter because you're not that great to begin with, and this side is also valuable even when weakened, so we pretty much always just want to take that. I think with this growth side, that these middle sides are too valuable. Or the reuse sides, I mean. Sure. I could make this do vulnerable or have it growth. I don't think it's worth re-rolling, that's for sure. I do think I re-rolled this. Can I get to the Cyclopses? I gotta do 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? I guess so. Although I get there even without this then, so I may as well re-roll it. Guess I just do 3 damage with these. So generating mana. I was tempted to use this growth side, but I think 3 damage is going to be better. Here, I'll take Copycat there. Killing the Cyclops saves everyone, so we are going to aim for that. I guess this actually isn't that big because we're not going to get like a double vulnerable. On the Cyclops, we might maybe vulnerabling, weird word to say, the Quartz is going to be good here. Actually does nothing. Maybe I just grow this. Maybe if I played Burn, that would have been good. Oh, do we have a kill here already? I think we do. Okay, Slime Queen time. Lich's Tome, good with cleaves and damage to all enemies. Summon a skeleton every time we use that. They have the duplicate as well. I don't think it is. Forget if I think the bones comes in before it does the damage, like if I want to try and cleave the bones, so bones will come in with 2 health. I don't think we're quite there with that. I like that this guy has a 3 mana side, and glow is a pretty decent spell for like saving our butts. We already have some AoE through Burn. This AoE is good for the Slime Queen, but I want to see a pip that's higher than 1. I'm just going to take this guy and give them the thingy. How's that? It's interesting how many low value pips there are and how many reuse sides there are is what I'm seeing in Generate. This guy has a ton of health too. A lot of heroes with high health as well. It makes me wonder if there's like in all the random iterations it covers like a bunch of dice at each like health interval. So while most of the tier 2 reds, for instance, 7 health, 7 health, 7 health, 7 health, 8 health, 7 health, 5 health, 6 health, they're like in this range. If there are generate versions that are like 8, 9, 10, 11 health even for tier 2s, I don't know how high it might go to, and then a bunch of dice balanced for all of those, that you're like actually pretty likely to get heroes with high health but bad sides, just because like how the pool works is something I wonder about. I bet you I was supposed to take that Lich, or that guy with Lich's tome would have been good in this fight. Slime Queen. Might have been. Getting a double vulnerable is going to be pretty good here, I think. Although I think our blue is dying. Don't have much block. We actually might just kill the Slime Queen here. On second thought. I should have kept that. I guess this works, but with the vulnerable. Am I better off getting more mana or more vulnerable? I can have 2 burst that do 5 damage each. Or I can have 9. I can have 5 burst that do 3 damage each. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Or I can just like grow the hell out of this side as well. I think we want to kill the Slime Queen, which this probably doesn't do alone. Oh, it does. So I got a huge side on this guy and a dead Slime Queen. I think I'm kind of good with that. There would have been better ways to work that out considering these new Slimers, but I like this guy having 2 4 sides there. This Cruel is pretty good in this fight. This saves the blue. Do we want Copycat here? I guess since no one's even damaged that, it's very unlikely I get something better. I'm just gonna reroll this because the upside's so high. I wonder if I was supposed to look for vulnerable here. I think it might have been better overall. I need to get you down to 3 health. For Cruel to do something. Actually, I think we want to kill this one, right? You're doing a lot of damage to my low health guy. We could have played Burn at some point too. I'll save it. Oh no, the goblin. Second time we've seen it. Surprises me every time. Okay, that might just win the round for us. I feel like that definitely does. I only played burn once, so it's actually not that good here, right? Not bad. Oh, this is what I get for passing on AoE. Hex, kill an enemy with exactly 6 hit points, ranged, or syringe. If we're down to less than 2 heroes, we get +5 to all sides. The way these runs are going, I'm taking this syringe. It doesn't even benefit. Maybe you can just keep playing Repel for 5 block and 5 damage when bad gets to bad. You're inconsistent though, it only affects 2 of your sides. But if there's only 2 heroes, and vulnerable is hard to get mad value out of. Although cruel becomes very good, and the poison does. Maybe it's better on you just because you have more sides that it affects. Swap G2311 with R2585. It does give me a tankier hero in the middle. Dude, I'm going for chaos today. I don't know what it is about the mood I'm in, but this is what happens when you guys have me. Not you guys. I don't want to. I chose to do it, but when I'm playing a streak with you guys, I should say, for so long. I just want to make like every possibly bad decision and not like overthink anything. So here we are. And I think we'll call this one here for now. Level 9 with a generate run right here. We get a little something going here. This feels about as precarious as the first one we had, where we're kind of like impingent on like specific rare faces or combos and synergies between heroes that actually get through the floors. But hey, we got some interesting items in the bank. Excited to see where this one goes. So yeah, let's leave this one here and pick it up next time. Really interesting to see all these generated heroes and play around with them. This is a fun game mode to mess around with. I can honestly see just playing this on like easy, where the game's like a lot easier, but you get to just like play around with all these weird heroes. Is a lot of fun. Also, I think seeing all these generated heroes really, to me, justifies my decision to have the 5% chance for a generated hero to come up in our normal run. Because these guys suck. I can't imagine being offered any of these tier 2s. Or starting with this dude in my, in like an actual classic unfair run. And like being very happy about seeing them. Alright, well, we'll leave this here. As usual, check out the links in the description below if you want to find my Patreon to show some support, if you want to find the Discord community, if you want to find my other slice and dice reference tables and guides, and all the other good stuff that's down there. But looking forward to playing some more Generate here. I'm leaving this one here for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all next time.